hotels should really be testing their customers' tech experience related to their own individual brand.
I am joined by Jessica Purslow with Quantum Metric, coming to us from not Orlando, but Winter Park, Florida.
That's right. There's a difference.
How are you?
I'm great, Jason. How are you?
Doing okay. I'm in Houston, not Dallas.
There's a difference.
Oh, there's a big difference. And I grew up here my whole life. Big difference. So talk to us. You were at Travel Click in Amadeus for a long, long time. And
Yes.
You have recently moved on. What's going on?
Yeah, no, it was a great run. I joined Travel Click in 2005. So Travel Click went through, a lot of growth, and we had a lot of success as a company. And a couple of years ago, we were sold to Amadeus, and as part of Amadeus Hospitality, continued to have great success. And it was an awesome run. Still very fond of my friends and the company, of course, but after 16 years, it was time for a new challenge, and Quantum Metric sort of came to me in a way that just kind of got my ears perked up, and I just thought, gosh, this seems really interesting. It's not a scientific company as many people think.
I'm thinking Bill Nye. Bill Nye called you up and said, hey.
Yeah, I have so much in common with Bill Nye, yes. No, it's what's cool about Quantum is that they take a very customer-centric approach to digital product design. So it's a technology company, and it's an exciting time because they really have an opportunity in travel. So based on my background, it was just a perfect fit. I've always sort of had this obsession with customer experience, be it in person or digitally. So to be able to sort of merge that sort of natural obsession with my travel industry background was a great opportunity I couldn't pass up.
So Quantum is baking in digital to products, right?
Yeah. So we're in this category called digital experience. So it's digital experience analytics. And what it does is it takes and tracks every sort of click, tap, swipe that a user takes throughout their journey digitally. So that could be website, it could be native app, kiosk, and then even B2B user portals. So the idea is to capture all of that information to inform continuous product design. So at the end of the day, the better the design, the better the experience for the customer, and then the better the experience for the company who's driving customers through either a purchase funnel or some sort of task completion funnel.
So are hotels doing a good job leveraging technology to drive revenue?
I think some are doing a great job. And, the hotel industry is not always the quickest when it comes to adopting new technology. And I think kind of by default, hotels started investing in things like texting and service optimization related tech. But, the pandemic has obviously forced more of an emphasis on this, with everyone thinking about touchless and digital first, and kind of what does that mean? But, hotels should really be testing their customers' tech experience related to their own individual brand. So what you'll find, and I'm sure you could attest to this, is some hotels do a great job of this, and some could use some help. So what I encourage hoteliers to do is really kind of put on the hat of a potential guest and walk through what that journey looks like. So most of us are so biased at this point. We can't really go to a hotel website and pretend that we don't know how to complete, a booking. But, that's when you enlist the help of a friend who's outside the industry, or a parent, or someone who's maybe just not as close to the experience.
Get your hands on an 18-year-old.
Exactly. Well, they probably do quite a pretty good, they probably hack into the back end or something, but But yeah, just really, it sounds so simple, but it's almost like mystery shopping yourself. And just
Hmm.
to understand from a digital perspective, are you conveying the right message to customers? Are you making it easy for them to do business with you? And if not, how can you identify that friction and ideally eliminate it?
So, what about the pandemic? What do you think? Um, how should hotels be thinking about that digital journey uh, now that the pandemic? I mean, the pandemic is just hanging on, isn't it?
It is. I know we like to say, oh, after the pandemic, well, we're kind of still in
Post.
it. But yeah, it's one of those things where at the end of the day, most of us are in this business because we like people. We like human interaction. We are here because we have hospitality in our hearts. And what I think is so important for hotels to remember, especially during the pandemic, is that I heard this quote actually the other day, which is that there's no empathy in technology. So think about how technology can help you have better, more meaningful guest experiences. So, what tasks can be automated? What areas of your hotel would technology not really replace that human component to what guests are expecting, whether it's getting a guest folio at checkout or calling down to request bottled water for your room? If there are areas of your operation that can be automated that won't impede on your ability to provide hospitality, it'll give you that time to free up for the things that do require more TLC and do require more of that kind of human spirit and human interaction. At the end of the day, tech should be helping you enable better human interaction and prioritizing it. So, from a pandemic perspective, I think that's critical.
Now, are you working? Is Quantum and yourself working with hotels directly? Are you working with companies like us that are providing applications? How's that work?
So it's a little bit of both. So what we're doing currently is we have a lot of airline customers. So as far as the travel space is concerned, Quantum Metric has done a really great job kind of aligning themselves with United Airlines, American, Alaska, some of the big players in the airspace. So if you think about the similarities between, booking experience for an air reservation and then a booking experience for a hotel, they're date specific, they're destination specific. So there's a lot of experience that we have in that area, but we haven't there's a ton of opportunity. So we have a couple of hotel brands that we work with today, but really for an individual hotel, if you think about a hotel owner, let's say it's an independent property, they're going to have a lot more autonomy when it comes to how they leverage technology. And they're going to depend on solutions like SHR. When we think about our strategy, it's actually what my job is to do, is to figure out from a strategic perspective how we can align ourselves with technology providers so that any hotels enlisting the help of those vendors, partners, can reap the benefits of a better online experience.
Well, how can anyone that you ought to be talking to? How can they find you? What's your website?
Quantummetric.com is our website.
Quantummetrics.com.
Yes. And you can direct message me on LinkedIn. That would be perfectly okay.
There you go. All right,
Yeah.
Jessica. Well, I want to thank you for joining me. All
Thank
right.
you. Thanks for having me.
You bet.
That was like ripping a Band-Aid off. More enjoyable, of course.
That's good.
Thanks, Jason.